What is good, YouTube? Traded by A-Man here, and I'm sorry for the late upload. Yesterday I was really busy, but no excuses. We're back at it today. A new video will be out tomorrow as well, so I had to clear that up. Next, I just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 100 subscribers. I didn't think it was possible to hit it this quick, but we hit it within like a month, which is crazy to me. And hopefully it's the first of many goals, and next goal is 250. We'll take it 250 at a time, so after 250 then 500, then 750, and hopefully that big 1,000. Let's see if we could get 2 likes on this video. If we can, that'd be much greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So this week I sold. I straight up just sold. There's no way to put it. Like, I didn't think trading psychology was that serious until I was reviewing my trades this week, and then I saw how it affected me, how everything I did wrong affected me. And the thing was, I had a good analysis this week, but I just let one loss get the best of me, and then I took the worst trades imaginable. So let's get started with the first trade I took, which was on UJ. So if we go to UJ, sorry, this chart is crazy because there's a lot of news, so prices are moving. Okay, so even though I cut this trade early at this black line, as you can see, I need to keep reminding myself that if price is here, I missed the move. Because if price is not at an area of support, like right here, then there's no reason for me to be getting into trade. Like, I still think it's FOMO, me just trying to catch the move and try to ride it because I missed it, and I just got scared that it'll keep moving to this quarter level without me. So I ended up taking the trade just to realize that if we go to the 2 hour, this was all a part of the plan on the 2 hour. Sorry, let me just scroll. Yes, see, as you can see right here on the 2 hour, this was like the perfect place for a sell because it bounced off the EMA, and then it came back down to the support, which then would have been a way better area to take the buy. And then we even had this reversal pattern. I know we had it here, but we also had it here and at a way better entry point too. And price did continue going up like I anticipated in my next trade, which ruined everything, and I'll get into that in a second. So yes, I was able to cancel my trade early because that first trade made no sense because it wasn't in tune with the higher time frames at all. Because on the higher time frames, we crossed over the moving average and we bounced off it once and the second time as well. So there was no reason for me to take buys there. And I don't know what to say to myself, because this is the definition of trying to catch a move that you missed and not accepting it. Because yeah, I tried to go for this resistance right here, but it just didn't work out. So enough of that. I ended up taking another trade on UJ right here, which I'll get into it after this CAD trade that I took. So right here on CAD, I don't know what made me take this entry, because not only was red over the blue on the moving average, but there was no indication to take a buy. The best place to take a buy would have either been at this area, this support area, or after we changed structure right here by making a higher low and change structure. Like here would have been a better entry, and me having a bad entry caused me to get out early because I thought we were still gonna come down. Because not only was I trading in the consolidation, I was taking buys when the chart wasn't giving me any signs to take buys yet. All I had to do was wait an hour more, and then I would have had the confirmation to take the buy. That's another thing that I need to work on, is patience, because this is really not a good look, because I keep saying it in every single video that I have to wait for entries, but I'm not doing it. So just have to see how it goes, and hopefully I could ingrain it into my brain that I have to wait before I take buys. Wait for the confirmations. And I think I wrote it in my journal too, because I'm supposed to have 3 confluences and I didn't even have 1 here. There was no reason for me to take any buys. And that leads me to the third trade I took this day, I know 3 trades in one day, it's not good. Even though I won, I don't really consider it as a good win because I'm supposed to be taking 3 trades a week, not let alone in a day. Even though this trade played out, as I found we changed structure, we made a lower high. And if we go down to the 5 minute, I didn't check the 5 minute to get my entry in, but you can see I got on the 5 minute that I got in before it's tanked. If I can scroll, yes, right here. As you can see, I waited for this lower high to be created, and then we made a lower low, and then that's when I got my entry. And then it absolutely just tanked in one candle. This is not realistic at all, as we know that news is the only reason we'll have a big move like this, and I got lucky on this trade. So I'm not even going to say anything about it that I called this, because I didn't. I feel like this is just me revenge trading, just trying to get profit from the market, but I didn't deserve to get profit from the market. I should have just waited for the next day. And yeah, so that was the next trade, the third trade I took on Monday. And then next, this is where everything went wrong, because everything was good up until I got wicked out, because I was sleeping, so I didn't see this. And when I saw, I've had a buy stop here for when we broke this previous high, and then we made a new high. And then that's when I got put in the trade, because I had to stop, because I didn't want to get in without like being confident that it would keep going up. But this was also an Asian session, and Asian session is known for being like a session where prices consolidates. And here I learned my lesson big time, because I got wicked out of a position and it eventually went in my favor, and I lost it when I saw this happen to me, because the analysis I had was pretty decent, I'd say, for this trade, because I had all the confluences to get in this trade. I had 4-hour confirmations to get in this trade, which I'll show in a second. Hold on. Yes, I had 4-hour confirmations to get in this trade, because we bounced off a support, right? And we had a hammer candle, which is a bullish continuation right here. This is a bullish continuation indication that price will keep going up. And that's what I thought was going to happen, because I normally use quarter level theory. So I expected price to come to this quarter level at 157.50. And that's exactly what it did. But it wicked me out. And the thing about it, which made it even worse, was by the time I woke up, price was still consolidating. Like when I woke up, I'd say it was like this time right here, 6:30 to like 7 o'clock. And that's when price started moving, and I got so mad, which I shouldn't have. I should have just left the charts for the day completely. And then that caused me to take this buy just out of anger, out of emotion, which is something you should never do. Because when you take positions out of emotion, that is just a recipe for disaster, because you're only going to lose more money, which is what happened to me here. Because instead of me waiting for indication to take a buy, like waiting for structure, like right here, waiting for structure to take a buy, I just got in because I was like, alright, price is still gonna go up, which it did, but I had no way of proving that at this point, or had no indication of it still going up until we made this higher low. Until we make this higher low, bouncing off the EMA, then I should have got the entry. I would have still gotten it at the same price if I just waited to get this entry. And that also made me upset, and now you can see why I say I sold. Because yes, these three, every trade I took this week, I didn't have to take. Like these three, like the loss is fine. Now I'm cooled down, I'm understanding. It happens, you're just supposed to look for a better setup the next day. And I just have to keep reminding myself that there always is going to be setups, that you can't get mad at one setup, you missing out on one setup. And when this happened, I started asking myself questions to myself, because there's no reason for me to think that I need a rush to get profitable. So I started asking, like, why am I such in a rush to make profit and get in all these positions when I know they're not good positions? And the only conclusion I could think to myself at the point was, I realized that I'm just trying to get rich quick. which is the exact opposite of what I'm supposed to be doing. So I had to change my mindset, which I was watching this trader, which is well known, Umar Ashraf, his psychology video from way back. I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. And then in that video, he said, when you see yourself letting emotion take over, you just have to close your laptop, close the charts, do something else, go outside for a walk. And this week, I'm going to try my best to prioritize doing that, or just not take, if I don't see a setup, just don't trade that day, because there's going to be many more setups in the future, and there's going to be many more times I can take trades. So as you can see here, this is the trade I got wicked out in, and then this is the trade that I ended up closing early, which at a very bad loss, even though it went all the way back to profit. And it's just a matter of me not waiting for confirmation, so I had no confidence. And that's what I'm gonna keep telling myself: no confirmation equals no confidence. And if you guys are seeing yourself struggling with the same issues, maybe use that too. No confirmation equals no confidence, which means don't take the trade. You shouldn't take the trade at that point. And then this CAD trade, let me go over this CAD trade. These two were the exact same. I was telling you, I lost control, because then I got in another buy here after I stopped myself out here, having no confidence. I got in another position right here, and then I was a mess. I don't know what I was thinking, and then I just closed it at break even because I still had no confidence in my ability to trade after, well, not only getting wicked up, but taking this stupid trade, because I had no confluences or confirmation to take the trade. And then what makes it even worse is that I'm taking trades against the trend. As you can see right here, the trend is switched. Now we have lower highs and lower lows. So there's no reason for me to take buys. And the reason I thought to take a buy was just because I was purely just gambling. Because I'll go on the news chart right now. If we go to Wednesday, I was banking on the fact that all this is going to be positive, but it wasn't positive. So there's no reason for me to take buys, because I took the buys before these news events happened, thinking, all right, bet that the USD is going to go up, so I'm going to go up with the dollar and make so much money. And that just didn't happen. And now I'm looking back on it, that was such a stupid decision, because rather than bouncing off of support, there's no reason to take any buys here, because it's going against the trend. But yeah, now I know that this week is coming week, I have to change. And I know I keep saying that every week without even doing anything. So at this point, I'm just gonna see what happens. Just have to keep ingraining it into my mind. And also, some new updates are that I made a new journal. Even though I like my old one still, I made one using Notion, because here it's a lot cleaner. You could see the trades you take on a calendar, so you could just see the progress as you progress through the month. I just made this journal Thursday. I made this, so I'm gonna use this a lot more, so I can see I have all these different confluences that I can use to get in the trade, and I have to at least have 3 before I take a trade. And if I don't, then I just don't know what to tell myself at that point, because I'm seeing the repercussions of me not following my plan and being undisciplined. So yeah, I might make a video about this tomorrow on how you can make this as well, because I like the layout. The only issue is this URL function, it only links to one link. So you have to physically go in here, copy the link like that, and then paste it into another tab if you want to see your picture or whatever you put in the link. So that was that. And if you go on Penzu, which I normally use, I feel like is good if you want to see the picture right then and there. But Notion is just as good. I'm going to try and use both, because on Notion I can see my progress through the week on a calendar in a clean layout. Here the only benefit of this one is I can see the picture without having to click a link, and I can still journal everything. So I'm gonna try and use both together. And let's start with the beginning of the week, because I always like to journal, which I started doing after I failed my last prop firm exam. So if we look at this first trade I was telling you about, what I did right was I identified the initial direction of the trend, which is an uptrend, which is fine, but we weren't at an area of support, and this is not a strong area of support. I don't know why I drew this line, this high POI interest rectangle that I have as a preset, because this is the only area where we keep wicking, and we keep holding support at this area of interest. So yeah, and I didn't have 3 confluences, so there's no reason for me to get in this trade. I didn't take this into account too. Like I even said it after I was reviewing my trade, only place to take buys is at this area right here. And then I didn't look at my trading plan, which is a big mistake that I keep making, and I have to prioritize doing that a lot more. And as I said earlier, I was at an area of support, so I shouldn't have taken the trade. So this was the CAD trade I took, and same thing here. I didn't have 3 confluences, so there's no way that I should be taking this trade. I didn't wait for the confluences, because if I waited, I could have the confluence of 1, bounce off the support, cross over the moving average, change in structure with this higher low. So it's like I sold this week so hard because I lost my mind, quite frankly. This, even though I was trying to say it was a good overall trade, in the long run, trades like this aren't gonna come every single day. It's gonna be a lot more candles like this where there's actual structure. Like this was just, alright, price just dumped to the area of support and then it came back up. So I won't knock myself too bad, because I did catch my mistakes in time enough to take this trade, and I finally saw the change in structure, waited for the bounce and then continuation to take the sell all the way down. So yeah, that was fine. It was just this that should never have happened. And yes, I'm not trading Asian session anymore. I'm gonna switch it to New York, because even though sometimes price moves in Asian session, it's just so much more better in New York because there's more volatility. And I don't know why I changed Asian session, because I feel like at the beginning of my trading journey, I was missing so many moves to where I thought that, alright, if I trade earlier, then I'll find way better setups and I won't miss moves. Even though in New York session, from around 7 to 11 or 7 to 9 a.m., there's always a valid setup to take. So yes, I had to prioritize doing that. And then here, when I just lost myself, like no discipline, there was no reason for me to take this trade. And yeah, I took it based off emotion, which I think is something y'all can relate to as well. And maybe when we're a beginner, or if you still are a beginner, in the beginning, just taking trades just to take trades, especially when you were doing so good and you had the other trade and you called it out right, and then this happens where you just take a trade out of nothing, just taking it just to take it. And yeah, and then this too, just gambling, I journaled it here. You can see that I journaled it on the day, because that's a good thing that Penzer does. It keeps a track record of the day you actually put in your journal. So yes, so after I took the trade, then revised it, I just saw that I was literally gambling. And yeah, it's good. No, it's not good, but I just had to live with it and live with the fact that I have to improve. And yeah, I also said I can't let missing one trade ruin my week, which is exactly what I did. So coming to this week, I have to listen to what I'm saying in my journal and actually use it, because every time I keep saying this, I keep looking at it, but I'm not using it. And there's a difference between looking at it and understanding it, and then using it as a part of your overall trading journey, using it when you start taking trades. And yeah, I'm gonna start using this a lot more, so I can see, hopefully, me progress through the months. And once again, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. Thank you for all the support on the shorts that I post. And let's see if you get this video to 2 likes. And with that, this is Traded by E-Man, signing off. Take care. And remember, slow motion is better than no motion. Bye.